Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Now, a lot of us don't know a lot about Cookie Hall. Now, Cookie Hall went on DC Curry's show, and she made some bombing allegations that Katt Williams stole one of her jokes. Now, of course, we heard the interview that's around that has been heard around the world, where Cat Williams alleged that said the entertainer stole one of his jokes. Not only that, you had Corey Holcomb who came out and said that Cat Williams also stole JB Smooth joke. So it's a lot of explaining to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into how uh Miss Cookie Hall how she said how she started being, one of Cat Williams' writers. I didn't know Cat Williams had a writer until she said it herself. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into this video. We definitely gonna get down into the video because to me it's very important that we speak about the obvious. And the obvious is that no comic is unscathed. Every comic probably borrowed from another comic. Even if they say they don't, they do. So let's go ahead and let's get into it because, some people come off looking like clout chasers. Some people come off looking like the biggest thing since sliced bread. And what we're going to do is we're not going to leave no stone unturned, right? We're not going to leave no stone unturned. So let's go ahead and play this video about Cookie Hall so we can get a better understanding who she is. Okay, one moment. Let me make sure. Oh man, that didn't even. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I didn't even have her on screen. So let's come
About a
back.
year and a half of being with him and he was retired, I just was like, you know what, I gotta get back out here. Because this is not what I'm supposed to do. When you decide to go back, you're still gonna be Katt Williams. Yeah. I bring what you call a reality comedy. People like reality comedy. They wanna hear what's going on right now and they want it funny. So that's the type of comedy that I presented when I first started doing comedy. And when I met Katt Williams, Katt Williams is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, I love him to death. But when I met them, they were all in awe about, you know, how funny I was. And it was all because I would just talk about the things they like, current event relevant things.
So you had a certain flavor that they admired.
Yeah. And then I called myself the last pimp female left because I used to work selling cars.
Okay.
And when I get off work, I had on a suit and I would put on sneakers and a beanie. And I would go to LA and do the clubs, and I was like, well, I would hear all the females talk about being lonely and not finding a man and stuff like that. I never had that problem in my life. So I was like, what should I talk about? And the type of female that I was back then, I was the type of female that dated a lot of dudes. I didn't care. I dated a lot of dudes because I wasn't married.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with.
And love is just something that I just didn't even engage in. If you could do some things for me, pay these bills so me and my babies can eat, then you my guy.
Wow.
Right.
As far as like meeting Katt, where was he at in his career?
We were all about the same. We were all chasing the bag when I first met him.
So was he already doing comedy before you started?
Oh yeah, he was doing comedy.
Okay, then you come in and you just like that unique of a voice that they was like, yo, what's that? Or? Well,
no, what happened was because I had the club, I hired them to come out and do my show.
Got you.
So that's how I built a lot of relationships with a lot of comedians, because I was smarter than the average club, because I would find out what are they paying in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, they paying $200, then I'm paying $400. They paying $250, then I'm paying $500.
Right.
And that way I drew the comics out to my club. And so he was one of the comedians that came out to my club, and once we met, our friendship was like inseparable for a lot of years.
Yeah. How do you think you guys related to each other? With him being a guy from Ohio, I believe.
Midwest.
And you being from Detroit.
Midwest.
Okay.
But it don't even have nothing to do with that. Just our personalities just click. Virgos and Capricorns are attracted to each other. They have fun with each other. They're attracted to each other. I know most of the people I know are Virgos that are like really good friends of mine.
Okay. So Katt is a Virgo?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. That means he's detail oriented, what I hear about Virgos.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, over this time, you guys are kind of working the circuit. At what point do you become his writer? Was it instantly, or was it when things kind of start picking up for him?
Well, Katt was working all over Los Angeles, and he ended up getting a movie Friday After Next.
Okay.
And when he got the movie Friday After Next, there was some separation. Back then our cell phones and communication wasn't as quite as it was, so you change a number. We lost contact for a minute. And when I got back in contact with him, he had done the movie, because when he first got the movie, I was kind of being his assistant.
Is it true that he was homeless around that time?
Yeah. If that's what he says, yeah.
Well, yeah, Terry Crews had put it out there and said that Katt was sleeping in a trailer on set. That was the story Terry put out there.
Yeah. Well, it could have been possible. I mean, at some point, he was. And, when he was, that didn't bother me. I embraced him, took his son and treated him like he was my son, so that didn't bother me. I was homeless. Okay. After I came off tour with Katt, I spent a lot of time with him, but he had decided he didn't want to go do comedy no more. So he took a lot of time off. So I was with him because he was going through a lot of things. And I was with him. I was with him in Calabasas for almost a year and a half. But then I had to break away and continue on. So what happened was, when I came off tour with him, I had a momentum, but I stopped it because that was my friend and he was going through. So I stopped and helped him, which I probably shouldn't have, because then the circuit kind of forgot who I was. You know what I'm saying? Where other people like my friend Leslie went on, and they went on. I stayed trying to be a good friend, and it's a lot of things in life you don't know. You don't know that people aren't good friends. You don't know that people are playing games with your emotions and with you and who you are. You don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Some things you are naive to. So after about 1.5 years of being with him and he was retired, I just was like, you know what? I gotta get back out here, because this is not what I'm supposed to do. When you decide to go back, you're still going to be Katt Williams.
Right.
I'm still going to be Cookie Hall that nobody really knows, but they do, but they don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, in context, you get on the road with Katt for how many years?
No, I only did one tour with him.
One tour.
I did the Pimpin' tour with him. I went on the road some other times with him after the Pimpin' tour.
Yeah.
A few dates, but I did the Pimpin' tour with him. Me, Leslie Jones. So there was like 107 cities and 145 shows. So that what helped set my president who I was when I went on that tour with him. He made me famous on that tour. I'd never forget that. I love him for it.
Got you. And you started writing for him around that same time?
Before the tour, like again, it was a point where we were separated, and it was 2007, and I decided to quit my job and just go into comedy. It was January 2007. Car business went, Obama, saved the car business, all that. So I decided to quit and pursue comedy. So I went from January to July, exhausted all my money I had saved, because I had a lifestyle that I didn't realize I had, and then I had a child. So exhausted all my money, had $40 left, and I'm frustrated, like I gotta go back to work, And then something told me, just go to LA to go to the comedy club. Take it off your mind. So I drive to LA, go to the comedy club, go to Improv. I ain't seen Katt in like 2.5 years. First person I see come in there is him. He see me, beeline right to me, Cook, where you been? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, where I been? I've been trying to call you, but of course, whoever's handling your phone won't let me get through. So
Gotcha.
I ain't gonna keep calling you and chasing you. So he was like, all right, come on down to my office with me. So I said, okay. So I go down to his office in Marina Del Rey. We sit and, talk about old times and collaborate and all that kind of stuff. And then he said, you still working in the car business? I said, nah, I quit. And he said, you can work with me now. And I said, okay, that'd be great. What you want me to do? He said, you can be a writer on my team. And I was like, cool. And he gave me a bunch of money.
Yeah.
He gave me a bunch of money.
I hear that a lot. Like, Katt is not.
Well, American Hustle was my idea.
Okay.
I told him how to do that movie. We was sitting in the car one day, and he said he was about to do a Pimp Chronicles 2, and I said, no, comedy is going into movies now. Do it like this. And then he did it, and he didn't put me in it, so then I had felt some kind of way about it.
Understood.
But then when I seen him again, he gave me a whole lot of money again, so I said, forget it, because I got to pay bills and take care of my family, so, yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like, you were kind of a Swiss Army knife or his hidden weapon. In a sense.
Oh yeah. He kept me around for a reason. Yeah. Oh yeah. Lonnie kept me around for a reason. They kept me around because they knew that I could enhance what they were doing. I'm just funny, and I'm not gonna downplay it at all.
Okay, so now we played that, so we got a full understanding who is Cookie Hall. Now let's dive over here where she made the allegations. Her tone is a lot different. I feel it's a little clout chasing. He gave her a bunch of money. Even if he did take the joke, she had a lot of money. So let's get into here where she tell DC Curry how he stole her joke. And I think you was in the pickle a couple of times, and if he did take a joke, you already was a writer for him, and he gave you a bunch of money. So let's play this clip.
In the meantime, in between time, ladies and gentlemen, Cookie.
What?
What's happening?
Nothing, man.
You toured with Katt.
Yeah, I toured with him. That's why that gas joke is my motherfucking joke.
Oh!
That's my joke. I did that joke on a 100 city tour with him. I was the opener. I did the gas joke. With no other nigga doing comedy doing the gas jokes. And all them books you read, nigga.
So now her tone has changed. Her chest poked out because at one point she probably didn't have the money. He put money in the pocket. Her tone has changed. Chest poked out. And you said he gave you a bunch of money a couple of times. His son was like your son. But now your whole tone has changed. Your chest poked out. And to me, it's a little clout chase. You would never be on Katt Williams' level, and you could have said he stole your joke with a different tone. That's just my opinion. Let me carry on.
You did not come up with that joke. I don't care what nobody says.
So
My joke.
obviously you and
They
Katt-
just, you know, they just use different words. They revamped it. Even when he walk up and he go 20 on 11, bitch. Black people only put 10 on their car. Give me 10 on that Escalade and I walk away. You know.
I've heard people steal my joke and do that. Well,
yeah.
you DC, you said OJ. I said Orenthal.
Yeah.
Now you also wrote for Katt, right?
Yeah, I used to write. Actually, I used to write for him. He paid me well. I
Yeah.
can't say that he didn't.
Okay.
But the reason, I got away from Katt is because Katt beat women.
Take your time now. Wait a minute. Take time.
Whoa, what?
He beat.
Now you heard her say he paid her well. That's 4 times she said that he gave her money. She was in the pickle. He put her on. He took on a 100-city tour. You heard her say that. But now she's throwing out another allegation. Katt beat women. Oh, her clout chasing is on a different level now. And maybe he do beat women. But these allegations are strong. Let's carry on.
Women.
Here, our ratings go up.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he beat women. That's
What
why
you
I
mean he
had to
beat
give him-
women?
I mean,
I don't want to be messy now.
I'm not being messy when I'm telling the
Did he
truth.
put
Didn't he
hands
say
on
this
you?
to you the truth?
Did
Did
he put
he
hands-
say that, huh?
He didn't put hands on you.
Hell motherfucking no. Is that nigga still walking?
Dang.
Oh, you
I
look like
punched
you
that
just
nigga in the stomach like he was talking about seven.
Yeah,
I
go
don't give
do
Yeah.
a fuck.
Wait a minute.
So we.
But let's go back. Let's go back
Yeah, let's-
to
wait a
Katt
minute.
hitting women because I like Katt. So was it that the female hit him and he hit her
Did I
back?
say that? What did I say? How you gonna question what I say? I was there.
Okay.
I was there. I seen it. I patched bitches up.
Ooh.
With
Ooh.
duct tape.
Don't tell me what I seen.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? You defending people. You defending people. I'm defending some people.
I ain't defending.
Not you. I'm
Okay,
talking about
okay,
him. He
okay.
defending certain people. I'm defending people. He used to beat women. I hang out with women. That's because you beat on them. You find the
All right.
ones you can beat on, and you fucking beat.
Well,
Okay.
does that go with him being a pimp? Because pimps generally that kind of go with
Did that go with
the
Diddy
job
being a
title.
pimp? Did
I
it
mean,
go
I'm
with
not,
Diddy
I'm
being a
not,
pimp?
I'm not excusing the behavior, but being that he say he's a pimp, doesn't that kind of go with the job title?
The character was a pimp.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So
That's
he's
what-
not actually a pimp.
No.
Well, can I say this? I mean, I would like to say this. And I mean, and I'm not saying that you are. I'm not denying your accusations, but why now? If you've always known that, and I've seen you, and you've had a platform, why now that he's quote unquote viral, bring that out?
Why did he go back and bring up a bunch
Because-
of bullshit?
because
That's not. I'm not asking him that
Because
question.
now-
I'm asking
now-
you.
now it's
Why
relevant.
now?
Because I
Now
got
it's
a
relevant.
platform.
Yeah.
Okay, then say it. Okay.
I'm trying to
not
get
saying
my
that.
views
Okay.
up.
I'm just asking.
What answer do you want? Okay, what answer do you want? I'm trying to get my views
No, don't give me
up.
answer I want.
I'm trying to go out on tour.
Now it's relevant.
Okay.
It's relevant now after he
But
said what he
if
said.
you're against it, then why not be? Why not? That's to me, and not just you. That's the same guy who's coming out against Diddy. Talking about, well, I got more in my book. I don't understand why human beings can carry something that know that's morally wrong, and then you wait till it hits or something's hot. Just be, if you're gonna beat 10 toes down with good, then beat 10 toes down with good. Don't wait till something goes viral, or something like that. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. People come out and say Katt.
I rock what Buddy's saying 100%. Her anger, her vernacular, for a man that helped put you on. She said Katt made her famous. He gave her a bunch of money, and now she's the big angry wolf. Get out of here, man. I'm not defending Katt. If you put hands on a woman, he dead wrong. But what I'm saying is the way she sound, you are never gonna go viral. This video is never gonna hit 1 million because you said what you said. Absolutely not.
did a lot of good, but he come out and talk about other people. So why can't she come out and tell her truth when he colored his so-called truth?
I didn't say she's wrong. I just asked her what was her reason for that.
Like she has no right.
She
to
got a
talk.
right to respond to whatever she wanted.
But I'm just saying, she gave me an answer she wanted. Cloud is viral. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm just giving you the answers that's going to get the comments.
She won't cloud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, then also when you open,
I won't
disagree with
views.
that. With regards to this show,
right?
We were fortunate enough to get her on. She is.
She's always been
toured
coming
with Katt.
Yeah.
So she has personal
Inside
recollections
knowledge.
of what occurred.
Man, please, DC Curry sound like a chump. Oh, we finally get on. Let's look at some comments before we see what Corey Holcomb said. That dude asks a valid question. Why now? You want to speak on Katt when you had years to say this? 19 felonies, no convictions. There's always the little guys, right? Katt Williams arrested yet again, accused of attacking women. Let the slander begin. It's a pretty common experience and not too hard to think of. High gas prices. They are both right. Steve Harvey did a version of the gas joke, right? All right, so let's come right here to Corey Holcomb accusing Katt Williams of stealing JB Smooth joke. But let's carry on.
Smooth was in his element. The underground. He was one of the best ever. And I'm telling you, I dare somebody to say this ain't true, because I could get 1,000 comics to bag me up. On Katt First Special.
Okay.
Where I root for Katt. But that joke where he do like, man, if you listen to this song, you could do anything off this song. That's JB Smooth joke, homie. I can get 1,000 comics to bag me up. I can get 1,000 comics to bag me up.
Me being a Katt Williams fan, he starts his shows off with the music. Absolutely. And he says,
I'm talking about, I want to make sure people understand it's a certain joke he did. I think this was his first special.
yes, sir.
Okay, and I can't play the whole song because I don't want to get a copyright strike. So basically, you see, both comments came out to music, and basically you see that both of them came on with very similar styles. Everybody got valid points. Different people could make gas jokes. They could switch it up, use the thesaurus. The comedy game is really, really interesting thing. But like I said again, you could base it on your opinion. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we'll be coming to you with more videos in the future. And once again, we'll see you in the next.